Good afternoon. Myself Dr. Shanna Mounty from Jevargi, Government First Grade College, Jevargi. Today we will have to learn about the Cauchy integral formula, that is the one of the fundamental theorem in the complex integration. Now we have to go for the statement of the integral formula, that is Cauchy's integral formula. Let f of z be the analytical function in a simple connected domain D enclosed by a Jordan curve or the closed curve C, then f of z0 is equal to 1 by 2 pi I integral C f of z divided by z minus z0 into dz, where z0 is an interior point of the curve C. How to go for the proof of the theorem? As we know, which is derived by one of the mathematician, and that mathematician name we already known, Cauchy's. Using her name, the formula we are defining. Proof: let f of z is equal to f of z divided by z minus z0 is equal to phi of z. Here f of z is a analytical function. For that, phi of z is also analytic in the domain D, except the point z0. Drawing the another closed curve, that is within the curve C, z minus z0 is equal to r, where z0 is the center and r is the radius of the curve C1. Then phi of z is analytical in the annular region bounded by the curve C and C1, both of which transfer in anti-clockwise direction. So anti-clockwise means they moving in the opposite direction, in the opposite direction of the clock. Therefore, the integral C phi of z dz is equal to the integral C1 phi of z into dz. Using the parameter C1, because we know the z minus z0 is equal to r, so we can expand this z is equal to z0 plus r into e to the power of I theta, where theta is lies in between the angle 0 to 2 pi. Because it is a circle means we have the angle 0 up to 360. Therefore, dz is equal to, that is the differentiation of the above term, dz is equal to I r e to the power of theta into d theta. So for that, the integral of c phi of z dz is equal to the integral of c1 phi of z dz turned as the integral c1 means it is 0 to 2 pi phi of z value is z0 plus r into e to the power of I theta, and dz value is I r e to the power of I theta into d theta. So for that, the integral phi of z is equal to what we defined in the equation 1, it is f of z divided by z minus z0. Using that, z is here z0 plus r into e to the power of I theta. So for that, f of z0 plus r e to the power of I theta divided by r e to the power of I theta into I r e to the power of I theta into d theta. So denominator in the numerator, it is r e to the power of I theta, it is cancelled. So the equation turned as integral c phi of z dz is equal to I into integral theta running from 0 to 2 pi f of z0 plus r e to the power of I theta into d theta. Take that as equation 0. Here r is a circle, r is a radius in the circle. So it tends to 0. Then that point is turned as a z0. Therefore, equation 3 implies I integral theta equal to 0 to 2 pi f of z0 into d theta is equal to I f of z0, and integration of d theta is theta, and which is running from 0 to 2 pi. Therefore, this is integral c f of phi of z dz is equal to 2 pi I into f of z0. So, the equation 1 is integral phi of z dz is equal to integral f of z divided by z minus z0 is equal to 2 pi I into f of z0. That implies f of z0 is equal to 1 by 2 pi I integral c f of z divided by z minus z0 into dz, and which is the integral Cauchy's integral formula, which is the Cauchy's integral formula, and it is also defined as integral that is CIF. In the examination we can also read it as CIF.